Imagine a place that legally belongs to India but has been under Pakistan's control for the last 75 years. A place that is known for its rivers, mountains, its beauty, yet it is filled with anger, protest, and a massive sense or a growing sense of neglect. Yes, I'm talking about Pakistan occupied Kashmir or PoK. And this place has suddenly rose into the spotlight because of massive unrest that is happening over there. So in this video, we are going to explore what is PoK, why are people protesting, and how this protest can have major implications and even opportunities for India. All of this and much more in this episode of Deb This Side. Now, to understand PoK, we need to go a little back to 1947. During the time when India got independence, the princely state of Jammu and Kashmir had the option to either join India or Pakistan. The ruler Maharaja Hari Singh wanted to stay independent, but soon after, armed tribes backed by the Pakistani government and the Pakistani army invaded the state. To protect his people, the Maharaja then signed the instrument of accession, legally joining India. The army stepped in, the Indian army stepped into the state of Jammu and Kashmir and pushed back the invaders. But before they could snatch the entire territory from the armed tribes, a ceasefire was declared in 1949. That's how the region got divided. The area under Indian government's control became Jammu and Kashmir, and the area held by Pakistan became Pakistan occupied Kashmir or PoK. Later, Pakistan split PoK into two administrative parts, Azad Jammu and Kashmir and Gilgit Baltistan. In reality, both are controlled by Pakistan's central government with limited autonomy. Now, fast forward to today, the streets of PoK are witnessing something very rare: massive public protest. People are protesting not because of political slogans this time. They are protesting because of basic survival. Let's start with the biggest trigger: electricity bills. PoK is home to some major hydroelectric power plants like the Mangla Dam, which produces significant amount of Pakistan's energy. But here's the irony: while PoK produces this energy, the PoK residents face longer power cuts and pay the highest electricity bill in the entire country. They say we generate the electricity but we are not able to afford it. And they are right, because much of this power is transmitted to Pakistan's Punjab province at a subsidized rate, while PoK residents pay inflated tariffs despite being the source of energy. Adding to that high inflation, there is shortage of essential supplies and rising unemployment. People now say that they have had enough. In cities like Muzaffarabad, Mirpur and Kotli, thousands of people took to street chanting against corruption and Pakistani neglect. These protests were organized by a group called Awami Action Committee, a civil movement demanding fair electricity pricing, economic relief, and political rights. But this movement didn't end there, it grew into something much bigger. Many protesters began calling for either self rule or even statehood, saying that if Islamabad cannot govern their affairs, they should be allowed to govern themselves. And this demand for autonomy is a result of a long standing frustration that PoK is considered as a colony rather than a province of Pakistan. And Pakistan's reaction? Brutal. Security forces opened fire on civilian protesters. Several people were killed, dozens injured, and internet services were suspended in that area to block communication. Videos showing clashes between protesters and rangers went viral before the blackout. Adding to this chaos, even Pakistan's own courts have started to acknowledge that PoK is technically not a part of Pakistan, calling it disputed or even foreign territory. So, what you are seeing right now is not just protest over hiked prices, it's the explosion of decades of political frustration, economic exploitation, and broken promises. So, why is India so closely observing POK's unrest? Because this unrest has direct implications on India, either politically, strategically, or emotionally. First, security. For decades, this POK region has been launchpad for cross-border terrorism and infiltration into Jammu and Kashmir. Any unrest in this area or any instability in this area could either increase our risks or, if Pakistan's weakens, reduces them. Second, strategic geography. POK is the area where China-Pakistan economic corridor passes, a multi-billion-dollar project which connects China's Xinjiang to Pakistan's Gwadar port. If this unrest spreads in POK, this could halt or disrupt this entire critical trade route, which worries both Pakistan and China. Third, political and emotional value. For India, POK is not some foreign territory or some foreign piece of land. For India, it is a part of that territory which acceded to them in 1947. And every time people in POK raises their concerns towards Islamabad, it strengthens India's moral and diplomatic stance, stating that the region has been misgoverned and mistreated under Pakistani control. This situation, while sensitive, also creates a few opportunities for India. First, India can use this unrest to highlight the human rights violations that are happening in POK in international forums, shifting the usual narrative that Pakistan creates about Kashmir. Second, the growing public discontentment in POK could be a soft power advantage to India. If majority of the people there thinks that they could have better life and better governance under Indian control, this strengthens India's long-term position on POK. And third, the turmoil could limit China's influence in this area, because any instability in Gilgit-Baltistan could directly impact CPEC, thereby impacting China. The protests in POK are a reminder that even after 75 years, the story of Kashmir is far from being over. The people in POK are tired of being voiceless, tired of being used as a political slogan, and tired of watching their resources benefit everyone but them. For India, it is a moment to observe, silently, patiently, yet strategically. Do let me know in the comment section if you believe that POK will ever accede to India peacefully, or will it always be trapped in this vicious cycle of neglect and unrest. So guys, that's it for today. I hope you liked the content. If you found value in this video, don't forget to subscribe, because we are going to break down geopolitics and economics in a way that makes sense for all of us. See you in the next one. Till then, stay happy, stay diplomatic. This is Deb This Side signing off. Peace.